Hello, my name is Glenn Reardon, and I'm here to talk to you about my Pecha Kucha from my entrepreneurship class. In this class, we went over quite a bit this year, so I wanted to highlight some of the things I found most important to me. First thing is the pitch deck. A pitch deck is just a slideshow that helps investors understand your business. It is used to help embellish and strengthen your argument, but it's not supposed to be the main pillar. If you use a pitch deck as a crutch, you run the risk of seeming unprepared. People can read, so you need to tell people more than just what's on the slide. Growth mindset. It's exactly what it sounds like. It is the idea that you are always constantly learning and that you are open to that idea. If you do not keep an open mind, you run the risk of not being able to improve yourself, and it's something that you can always work towards. As an entrepreneur, you need to be looking for solutions when people see compromise. An opportunity is always there for those who see it. The first video live stream was of a coffee pot in an office building to check and see if there was coffee or not. So that way people didn't have to walk to the coffee pot. And now it is a booming business. Social entrepreneurship is the idea that entrepreneurship can be more than just making a profit, that you can bring a community together, you can socially have good impacts. Like a restaurant that you can always make good memories for people, not just make food. Being an entrepreneurship also takes flexibility. You need to be prepared for when things don't work out because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And even if things don't change, there will always be an opportunity for something to do better. So you need to keep an open mind for something like that. You will fail as an entrepreneur. There are countless people who did not get it right their first time. J.K. Rowling went to so many publishers before she was able to get a book deal, and now she's a super successful author. I think she went through like 6 or 7 different publishers to get that happen. But to get your building or your business off the ground, you have to find the funding. The most common way to do so, and the best in my opinion, is to bootstrap, where you just save your money from your job or your source of income because it allows you to control your business and how you want to run it. Finding the money, though, is all about revenue, and having multiple revenue streams is a great way for entrepreneurs to believe that you have good income. Because if one thing happens and you lose that source of income, you have more ways to stay afloat. It makes you look more diversified. But you have to protect your ideas. And there are 4 main ways to do that through like patents, intellectual properties, trademarks, and copyrights are how you protect your ideas because unfortunately we live in a world where people will steal your idea to make a quick buck, even though you made it. As an entrepreneur, you need to have confidence. It is the most attractive trait. If you are confident, other people will feel confident in you. Even if you don't necessarily know what you're talking about all the time, if you seem confident, then they will be more likely to believe you. Being an entrepreneur is not all about taking risks. It is taking calculated risks or educated guesses. Because if you have the evidence to back up your decision, then then yes, bad outcomes can always happen, but you can be prepared for those outcomes and understand the risk in doing so. Learning from failure. As you fail, it is important that you don't fail and then just give up. It is important to fail and then learn from it because if you fail and learn from it, it's not a failure, it's a lesson that you haven't learned yet. It's only a failure if you let it be a failure. You have to live your brand. You are your product. When you're selling your idea, people respond better to people that they like. A charismatic and a witty salesman will always sell more than a monotone desk worker. You need to put yourself out there, and if people like what they'll see, they'll buy whatever you're selling, no matter what. Networking. The power of networking can never be overstated enough. It feels like my mom knew everybody in my hometown. For example, I needed a restaurant job. She got me an interview with the owners of a new restaurant that same day. It is a resource that you can use at any time. Persistence is the idea that you can keep going even though you may not want to. It is easy to become motivated to do something, but the hard part is staying with it, doing it over time, being able to wake up at the d- butt crack of dawn and being able to do what needs to be done. Shut up. Marketing. No one's going to buy something if they don't know it exists. You need to use your networking skills to get the word out there. Talking with friends and family meet is a free way to get feedback and ideas on how to improve as well. You can also reach customers through social media, TV, newspapers, and billboards. Customer segmentation. In order to sell anything, you need people to buy it. Those people can be broken down into different groups so advertising can be more effective. If you try and make everyone happy with your advertisement, you're not going to be able to, customers aren't going to reciprocate as well for a general message. Having a purpose. Creating a purpose is essential for a successful business. It helps you stay focused on what services you are providing and lets customers feel an emotional connection to your restaurant. If you sell pizzas, that's boring. If you're a staple of a local community that sponsors sports teams and you talk with your guests, you're creating a fan base for your restaurant. Finally, I just want to give my thanks for you teaching this class. I know it's not always easy with you running your other businesses, but I'm very appreciative of all the hard work that goes into these classes and how engaged you were able to make this class seem.